In the first reading, we see how the people in the Old Testament during the time of the judges, they kept falling away from God and worshiping the idols of the nations around them. And then God would punish them by letting the nations around them oppress them. And then God would raise up judges when the people would cry out to God for help and come back to God. And they kept cycling like this, abandoning God and worshiping the idols, and then judges coming and rescuing them, judges sent by God, and not always listening to the judges either, and kept falling back and come back to God when it perhaps was convenient for them, and then they went back to their idols. An image of every time we have this tendency, always this tendency to wane, to fall away, and it's a lesson to us not to do that, not to fall away. And we have this sacrament, we have the Blessed Sacrament, we have the Eucharist, we have Jesus, we have the love of God shown plainly to us, fully to us, and how we should, when you love somebody, you should keep growing in love for them. And to wane in love for somebody is really a great tragedy, a great sorrow for the beloved. And so we should look at our relationship with God in that way. We have an intimacy here that is very easy to hurt, very easy to hurt God in that sense, to hurt the one you love, and you fall away. You don't think about them. You get distracted. You center your focus on other things and other people and other interests, and fall away. And so this is perhaps an opportunity to think about that, and think about our spiritual life and our relationship with God. Are we worse than we used to be, or have we waned over time? Is our prayer life lessened? And of course, Satan is always there to chip away and to get us to wean a little bit more, a little less prayer, a little less time, a little less confessions, a little less going to Mass, a little bit less, and then you don't even see yourself drifting away. So to counteract that, we want to think about that and look at what we're doing, and keep striving to renew our prayer life, renew our efforts to go to confession and communion as often as we can, to keep making ourselves grow, and to go against the stream, go against the grain. If we know we're struggling against, then we know we're counteracting our tendency to be lazy and to fall away and to slip. If we're going against the easy way, and not going with the flow, but going with the effort to grow closer to God, and that effort to reach out to our neighbor. If we're doing good and we're practicing charity, we're really on the right road. We're going against our irritableness or a lack of care and attention to the needs of our neighbor and our loved ones. Then we're on the right path. So we have to, going against the grain and not saying our prayers is a sign of progress in our prayer life, but also progress in our life of charity is a great sign that we're on the right path as well. So we entrust this effort and this enlightenment to Our Lady today.
Et is